Welcome to Sports Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of athletic icons, where the triumphs and tragedies of legendary careers are laid bare, and the complexities of human nature are revealed in all their glory. Today, we embark on a captivating journey through the life of Floyd Patterson, a boxer whose remarkable career was marked by unyielding spirit, unwavering determination, and an unrelenting passion for the sweet science. Born on January 4, 1935, in Waco, North Carolina, Floyd Patterson's early years were shaped by the harsh realities of rural poverty, the unwavering support of his family, and the unshakable conviction that he would one day rise above the circumstances of his birth. As we navigate the formative years of this boxing legend, it's essential to consider the historical context in which he grew up. The Great Depression had left an indelible mark on American society, a scar that would take decades to heal. The Patterson family was not immune to its effects, struggling to make ends meet in a world where opportunities were scarce and hope was a luxury few could afford. Floyd's parents, Thomas and Annabelle Patterson, were the embodiment of resilience, their love and dedication to their children, a beacon of light in a world that often seemed determined to extinguish it. Despite the challenges they faced, the Pattersons instilled in their 10 children a strong sense of determination, a conviction that they would one day overcome the obstacles that stood between them and a better life. Floyd's childhood was marked by frequent moves, as his family relocated from North Carolina to Brooklyn, New York, in search of better economic opportunities. This transition exposed young Floyd to the harsh realities of urban life, where poverty, crime, and violence were ever present, a constant reminder that the world was an unforgiving place. However, it was during this period that he discovered his passion for boxing, a sport that would eventually become his ticket out of poverty, his escape from the desperate circumstances that had defined his early life. Under the guidance of his older brother Frank, Floyd began training at the local gym, where he honed his skills and developed a fierce competitive spirit, one that would drive him to succeed in the face of overwhelming adversity. The early 1940s were a transformative time for Floyd Patterson, as he navigated the challenges of adolescence amidst the backdrop of World War II. The war effort had created new opportunities for African Americans, including Floyd's father, who found work in the shipyards, a job that provided a measure of stability and security in a world torn apart by conflict. This increased stability allowed the Patterson family to settle into a more comfortable routine, with Floyd able to focus on his education and athletic pursuits, free from the constant worry of where his next meal would come from. It was during this period that he met Cus D'Amato, a renowned boxing trainer who would play a pivotal role in shaping Floyd's career, teaching him the skills and strategies that would one day make him a world champion. Under D'Amato's tutelage, Floyd's natural talent flourished, and he quickly emerged as a promising young boxer. The year 1949 marked a significant milestone in Floyd's life, as he won the New York Golden Gloves tournament, a prestigious amateur boxing competition that showcased his impressive skills and caught the attention of boxing enthusiasts and promoters. This victory was more than just a triumph. It was a declaration of intent, a statement to the world that Floyd Patterson had arrived, and he would not be ignored. As he stood in the ring, his arms raised in victory, he knew that this was just the beginning, that the journey ahead would be long and arduous, but he was ready, for he had the heart of a warrior and the will to succeed. The experiences he accumulated during this period, both in and out of the ring, would ultimately contribute to his development as a world-class athlete and a resilient individual, capable of overcoming even the most daunting challenges. But what drove him to succeed? What fueled the fire that burned within him, a flame that would propel him to greatness, but also threatened to consume him at times? Was it the desire for fame and fortune, or was it something deeper, a need to prove himself, to show the world that he was more than just a product of his circumstances? The question remains, however, how would Floyd Patterson's unique blend of talent, determination, and circumstance propel him to greatness, and what obstacles would he face along the way? Would he be able to overcome the challenges that lay ahead, or would they prove too great to overcome? The answer, much like Floyd's life itself, is a complex one, full of twists and turns, triumphs and tragedies. But one thing is certain, Floyd Patterson's journey would be one for the ages, a testament to the human spirit, and a reminder that, no matter what life throws our way, we always have the power to choose our own destiny. As Floyd Patterson's amateur career reached its crescendo, he stood poised on the threshold of a new era, his sights firmly set on the professional ranks like a matador eyeing the bull in the arena. The year was 1952, and at the tender age of 17, he took the plunge, turning pro with a debut against Eddie Godbold on September 12th at the venerable Madison Square Garden, a venue that would become his personal playground for years to come. The bout ended in a 4-round decision victory for Patterson, marking the beginning of an illustrious career that would span over 2 decades, a testament to his unwavering dedication and unrelenting passion for the sweet science. As the first reflect on Patterson's early career, I am reminded of the words of the great poet Maya Angelou, who once said, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." These words resonate deeply with Patterson's journey. As he navigated the treacherous waters of professional boxing, always seeking to improve, to adapt, and to overcome, under the guidance of the venerable Cus D'Amato, a man who would become his mentor, his confidant, and his guardian angel, Patterson's skills continued to refine, like a fine wine aging in the cellar, as he quickly racked up an impressive string of victories, earning him a top contender spot in the heavyweight division. One of the defining moments of Patterson's early career came on November 30th, 1956, when he faced off against the venerable Archie Moore for the vacant NBA heavyweight title. The bout, held at the Madison Square Garden, was a thrilling display of boxing prowess, with Patterson ultimately emerging victorious via a 5th-round knockout, a testament to his lightning-quick reflexes and devastating punching power. This victory not only earned him the title but also cemented his position as a rising star in the boxing world, a supernova bursting onto the scene, illuminating the dark skies of the sport. As he stood in the ring, his arms raised in triumph, Patterson proclaimed, "I'm the fastest and most powerful heavyweight in the world, and I'm going to prove it to everyone," a grandiose declaration that would become a hallmark of his career. A promise of greatness that he would strive to fulfill with every fiber of his being. Patterson's reign as champion was marked by a series of successful title defenses, including a notable victory over Tommy Jackson on July 29, 1957. As he navigated the complex web of alliances and rivalries within the boxing world, Patterson formed notable relationships with contemporaries such as Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, and Rocky Marciano, men who would become his friends, his foes, and his fellow travelers on the journey to greatness. One such contender was Ingemar Johansson, the Swedish heavyweight who would challenge Patterson for the title on June 26, 1959. The bout, held at Yankee Stadium, was a highly anticipated matchup between 2 of the world's top heavyweights, a clash of titans that would shake the very foundations of the sport. Although Patterson ultimately lost the fight via a 3rd-round knockout, he would go on to regain the title in a rematch against Johansson on June 20, 1960, winning via a 5th-round knockout, a victory that marked a significant turning point in his career, as he demonstrated his resilience and determination in the face of adversity. As Patterson himself once observed, "The heavyweight division is like a fraternity. We're all brothers, and we all respect each other," a sentiment that reflects the camaraderie and respect that existed among boxers during this era, despite the intense rivalries and competitive nature of the sport. As Patterson continued to compete at the highest level, he began to face new challenges, both in and out of the ring. His title reigns were marked by a series of dramatic victories and defeats, each of which played a significant role in shaping his legacy as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. The trajectory of his career would be influenced by a complex array of factors, including his personal relationships, training regimens, and the evolving landscape of the boxing world. Through it all, Patterson remained a formidable force, driven by an unyielding passion for the sport and an unwavering commitment to excellence, a true champion in every sense of the word. As Floyd Patterson's illustrious career began to wind down, like a majestic sunset fading into the horizon, he continued to compete at an elite level, albeit with less frequency, his body and mind still radiating the fierce determination that had defined him as a champion. His final title defense, a poignant swan song, came on November 22, 1965, against the irrepressible Muhammad Ali, who would go on to become one of the most iconic figures in boxing history, a colossus of the sport. Although Patterson lost the fight via a technical knockout in the 12th round, his valiant effort earned him widespread admiration as he remained a respected figure within the sport, known for his unwavering dedication and unrelenting perseverance. In the years following his retirement from boxing, Patterson embarked on a new journey, one that would take him to the forefront of social justice and education. He worked tirelessly, with an unyielding passion, to promote equality and opportunities for underprivileged youth, often visiting schools and community centers to share his story and inspire young people, his words dripping with sincerity and conviction. As he once said, in a phrase that would become a hallmark of his post-boxing career, "I want to be remembered as a champion, not just in the ring, but in life," a sentiment that reflects his profound commitment to making a positive impact beyond his athletic achievements. His experiences as a black athlete in a predominantly white sport had given him a unique perspective on the struggles faced by marginalized communities. He had seen firsthand the devastating effects of racism and inequality, and he was determined to use his platform to bring about change. Patterson's work in this area was not limited to grand gestures. He also engaged in quiet, behind-the-scenes efforts, such as visiting hospitals and prisons, where he would share his story and offer words of encouragement to those in need. Patterson's contributions to boxing were recognized with his induction into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1991, a testament to his enduring legacy within the sport. He also received the Presidential Citizens Medal in 1989 for his work in promoting education and social justice, a distinction that underscored his commitment to the greater good. Despite struggling with health issues, including Alzheimer's disease and prostate cancer, Patterson remained a beloved figure within the boxing community, attending events and speaking engagements whenever possible, his presence a reminder of the power of courage and resilience. His legacy extends far beyond the confines of the boxing ring, speaking to fundamental human values such as empathy, kindness, and perseverance. As Muhammad Ali once observed, in a phrase that captures the essence of Patterson's enduring impact, "Floyd Patterson was a great champion, but more than that, he was a great human being," a sentiment that resonates deeply with anyone who has ever been inspired by his story. As the first always say, champions are not made in the ring, they are forged in the fire of their own character. Patterson's legacy is a testament to this truth, a shining example of how one person can make a difference in the world. That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.